Hey everybody, it's Keith with the L1 Automotive Training Channel. And today we've got a couple E69s, otherwise known as Bosch, I think MED9.6.1s. Either way, got these. We got very nicely labeled for us as old and new. We need to take all the data from this one and shoot it to right here. They drew us a picture, which I appreciate because I think this is awesome. I love it when you guys send in modules and you've got stuff written out. So this was like, this is something was written incorrectly on here. This is actually a local friend, brought these from another shop, so he's also a mobile guy. So we've got, there's a bunch of us running around, but this is a couple GM E69s out of an Enclave or something. Matching service numbers, 126-17-230s, Bosch number 0261 SO2 773s, matching, everything should be good to go. We're already hooked up to this. I've shown you guys this a bunch of times, but we will kind of review it just a hair. So in Flex, which is what we're using because we don't have to open anything, thank you Flex, it is the version 1 type. So this is the connection mode where powers, grounds, CAN bus high and low, and then clock speed or something. Not sure exactly what this is for. It doesn't give me. Interesting. All right, so that's all set up that way. We're going to click connect, and with any luck, you can see I already connected to it once to make sure I had it hooked up right. Yep, MPC 561 or 562, either way. It read 45 sectors of data. EEPROM auto size detected 1 kilobyte. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and read we'll go ahead and read full backup. I've been doing that a lot lately with the Flex because it does output it into a nice file for you. So we'll take a look. You'll see the first 8 sectors are only 8 kilobytes. The next ones are 64. Then if there's any 128 kilobyte sectors, it'll read those. If there's any 256s or 512s, it'll read those separately as well. You'll see there's 46 sectors to read inside of this entire flash. That's both the EEPROM and the flash. No, it's not, actually. Sorry, I just recognized that up here it's showing external flash and external EEPROM, so it has a separate EEPROM on the board, most likely. So 2 separate components on the board that are used. So we'll let this full backup go, and we'll be right back. Hold up, is this getting kind of confusing? Well, if it is, you guys can head over to L1training.com, and I have hundreds of hours of advanced level training. We cover diagnosis, module programming, EEPROM, immobilizer, keys, board repairs, all of the great stuff you guys have questions about at L1training.com. All right, as expected, I got distracted, so here we are. File's ready. Do you want to save it? Save all. So I want to save them all separately. So we'll go to dumps, GM, ECMs, E69s. I got these saved. This is actually also for boat. New folder. Hey, look, I actually started making this folder for him because there's nothing in there. So we'll type in OG. Hey, what happened to my caps lock? I type in all caps because I just yell the entire time. Okay, and then we'll save full backup. It's a zip folder, so what we'll do is we'll save it, and we'll open the location. I will extract files. Okay, it'll make a folder here where it should have all of them. You can see we will have a full backup, flash, and EEPROM. And then we'll go up. So this saves me some steps versus how I used to do it. It does save all of that data file so it can see what happened and what happened there. Excuse me, which is why I actually like doing the full backup now. I used to not do it because I didn't trust anything. I have a process and I just keep it that way. But now that we're like that you can see that I do think that will work for me. Oh, that's why. I need to make a folder for this one. I don't have any info on that first one because I didn't know I was going to do more for Bo, but I actually don't know anything about this one. So I'm going to put second, actually. This is not how I'd prefer to do it. I usually like to know more about what's going on, but Bo just came and dropped them off, two of them off, and said, put this one in here. And as you can see, he said, put this one in here. So that's what we're doing. All right. So second, OG. I'll go ahead and make another folder here for me for Denor. Sweet. I got a folder in there now. Close it out. We'll go ahead and go back. Click connector manual. You can see there's two versions, but this is how we're going to hook this one up. So I guess I'll let you watch me. I'm just going to move them one to the other, just like this, because this worked. So we'll move them one at a time directly over to where they need to go. I do remember that this one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, and this one's over one in bottom row. So this should read. We'll go ahead and we didn't disconnect. It's okay. So we'll go back here. Go ahead and connect again. See if this connects. We left the other one in boot mode, so we might have to short the two CAN bus pins together to get it to come back, but we'll see. I'm not really worried about the OG. It's this one that we're worried about, the new one, the to here. Wrong camera, to here. So, all right, it connected. Now we're going to go ahead and read the full backup on this one too. So it's reading. Again, it only took a few minutes, but we'll see you guys in just a minute. I'll pause it here. And we're back. All right, so save all. We're going to go find her in our Denor. Again, not the right one at all. GM, ECM, E69, Bo, second, Denor, save. Open up that location, go ahead and extract the files, extract them there, dump. Again, we got our external flash, external EEPROM, and our full backup file for Magic Motorsports specifically. So these two are just regular bin files. All right, and then we're going to go down. We're going to go write a full backup to this one, choose the file, and it's not at all correct either. You can see which ones I was on last, obviously. C, Bo, second, OG, here, dump. We're going to probably select this full backup file right there, click open. So we're going to click send file, and we're going to see if it requests. Shouldn't request any checks on data because it's just a full read write. We're not doing any editing. Okay, so she's going to town. It's erasing all the sectors, and then it's going to start writing them. 738. This might actually go fairly quickly. All right, full backup finished. So we'll go close. And then what we'll do is we'll go disconnect from it, which means that it's going to go ahead and let it boot down. We'll wait just a second here. We'll click reconnect. Let it reconnect to the PCM. Once this is done here connecting, what we'll do is we'll just read the EEPROM, and then we'll compare the EEPROM to the original in HXD. So we'll go read EEPROM. That should go pretty quickly. We'll save it, yes. So we go back up, and then we're going to go. We're just going to name this one test read. If I could spell correctly, Test read, not test write. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and just minimize this. We'll go to our HXD, analysis, data compare. First one's always our OG. GM, ECM, E69. Bow, second. OG, files, dumps, EEPROM. And our second one's going to be our test read. And we're going to compare our original OG read to our test read, which should be this one. Okay. Chosen files are identical. All right, so everything is written, at least EEPROM, so VIN and immobilizer data is correct. The flash was going to be correct regardless because even the calibration IDs on the PCM were the same. So at worst, it would have been an older calibration ID. But this one should start run the car. All right, guys, so that's a fairly easy one, as you could see, read and write right on the bench. Again, that's a bench. So we've internally started selecting these and naming them as a bench programming, a boot programming, and an EEPROM. So this is technically a bench job, which you'll start seeing me start to kind of flow that way and recognizing them that as categorizing them that as a bench read. This could have been done via OBD2 as well, but since I have it here on the bench, which is actually why maybe in the video you saw, sorry, camera was attached to that. Oh, audio mess up. Give me a second here. Sorry. That's why you saw these setting down here on the bench is I'm just making some OBD2 connectors like I have for many others. So a lot of the other ones that I do really often, I have cables for that I've made. There you go. You can see. So I just grabbed a handful out of the drawer. They're just labeled. If I can just pull one out. So like these go to the 3 PCM connectors on an E67, and then have a DB25 that goes to the Go Diag plug. So the Go Diag accepts a DB25, and I can power them up with the Go Diag. So I've got ignition and power, and then I've got pinout capabilities and OBD2 male and female for scan tools and other things. So, and the Hexprog, or not Hexprog, the Flex has an OBD2 connector for the Flex, like I connect directly to it that way instead of using the board. So if you look here, there's the power board to connect, make all the connections. On this connector is the same as this, which I could connect OBD2 to it and do that through the Go Diag. So I don't have an E69 connector, so I'm making one now. I wanted to test which one I need to use for this. So apparently there's 2 connection types, of course, based on what Flex says, but I think all the GM MED9.6.1s are going to use the same pinout, at least that I'm aware of. So we'll go with that pinout for this connector. Maybe I'll make an alternate with a switch, double pull, double throw switch to throw over to one of the other pins instead. We'll see. I might have to do that. Usually I make that edit afterwards after I find one that is the anomaly of those. So once those are made, then the next time I do this, you'll see me just connect to them, like most of GMs. I just connect directly to them rather than penning out. All right, guys. So thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. If you want to learn this stuff, we have an EEPROM class coming up in April or June or something. Go ahead and check l1training.com/events, or just go to l1training.com, click the events tab, and there's a link there to sign up so you can come learn some stuff like that. Use Stuff Hands-On is a class by Mike Christopherson at OE Alternatives in the Promicon. So it's not an L1 class, but it's going to be hosted here at the shop. So I will be here helping and having fun and learning and stuff too. So we will see you guys next time. Thanks.